Hey guys, Matt here. So I haven't made a Hyliion video in a while, and that's mainly because I mean, there really hasn't been a whole lot of Hyliion news to talk about. At least nothing that I felt would, I needed to put into a video. But the news that came in today, like this is the first bit of major, news for the company that, I've heard in a while. So let's talk about it. Detmar Logistics reserves 300 Hyliion Hypertruck ERX units, expanding fleet electrification collaboration. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that there are three things that I want to see from Hyliion in the short to mid-term. The first thing is revenue. That's the one thing that I really, can't do without. I eventually want to see Hyliion turn some revenue. I know it's going to be a while for profit, but I want to see Hyliion turn some, revenue of some kind, make sales. The second thing I've been talking about, I really want to see is more customer interest. And right now, this right here is the second best news that I could receive in a while. Hyliion, a leader in electrified powertrain solutions for Class A semi-trucks, today announced that Detmar Logistics LLC has executed a reservation agreement covering 300 Hypertruck ERX systems. The agreement is part of Hyliion's latest collaborations with a Texas-based frac sand solutions provider, whose reservation marks the next step in their continued effort to fully electrify their fleet over the next 5 years. Detmar is actively expanding their fleet operations and sees Hyliion's Hypertruck ERX as an enabling technology to accelerate their growth. Now, one thing I do want to clarify here, just to be fair, before I go forward, is that this is a reservation. This is not a pre-order. Now, we know that, let me see if I got this right. We know that there's another company called Agility, which, if you've been following Hyliion for a while, you know that Agility has already pre-ordered 1,000 of their Hypertruck ERXs. Now, this right here is just a reservation. If we scroll down here, we will see that the agreement, it's just a reservation. This isn't set in stone yet. Hyliion is going to showcase the ERX units to the Detmar team in late 2021. Trials are going to run in 2022. And then the purchase and sale of those 300 ERXs is subject to the execution of a final agreement between Hyliion and Detmar. So this is not a pre-order. This is just a reservation. But it does show a huge step up in customer interest, which is one of the things I really, really wanted to see more of. And I'm really happy to see this news, and this is very, very welcome. I have a long-term, very bullish case against Hyliion. As you know, I was a little bit worried about Tesla coming out with their semi and being a competitor, but now that that's becoming less and less of a thing, who knows when Tesla is actually going to release their semi, and so the fact that Hyliion is probably going to be first. Now there's also Nikola, but Nikola kind of has their own problems. But the fact that Hyliion has actually come out the gate with this, they're actually getting customer support, and this is actually happening. This is very, very welcome news to me. Very welcome indeed. Now there's one more bit of good news that was sort of tucked away in here, and that is that Detmar placed an initial order of 10 Hyliion hybrid electric units earlier this spring. Now, we do know now that as of right now, the hybrid electric units, they're not commercialized. So we don't know if there was an exchange of money for this, or if this was, Detmar saying, hey, give us 10 Hyliion hybrid electric units and we'll give you customer feedback. Because that was a thing that Hyliion is doing. We don't know if money was exchanged in this, and we're not going to know probably until later this year. But the fact that we're getting some more customer interest is a very, like I said, is a very, very welcome thing. Now, as far as what I'm doing with my shares right now, after having heard this news, now if you've been following my channel for some time, you know that Hyliion is still a spec play in my book. And it will probably continue to be a spec play until I actually see Hyliion, post some revenue, like actually book some revenue. Having said that, the progress that Hyliion has showed me over the past couple of months or so, and the additional customer interest in the product, I have sort of decided that if Hyliion opens down tomorrow, I will start nibbling off a few more shares. I own 223 shares right now. Now I know that's not I read some comments in my earlier videos where I have 1,500 shares. at 223 shares is enough for me to invest right now. I feel comfortable investing in that, you know, that much. However, if Hyliion opens down tomorrow, I will start nibbling a few more shares. Now, later this week, I will have a what I want to see video from, you know, what I want to see from Hyliion's earnings, which is going to happen next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.